Today's video is an answer to a question by George's Creations, who asked, how do you put the notches in your holes for your push buttons? So on your typical push button, there's usually a notch on a lot of them going up into the very top part of it. You notice on this plate, it doesn't. This is one of our older trainer plates. The buttons we were using didn't require the notch. And then actually, Tim Knudsen, he's the one that convinced me to switch to a different brand. And when I told him I didn't have the notch in the top, he's like, well, can you really call your trainers top notch if they don't have a notch in the top? So we're going to use an old plate to show you how. So first, we've got a video on how you might put a hole into your trainer plate. You know, for most of my panel building, I did use something like this Ideal hole cutter, and I'll put a link to it in the description. This is not a great way, but you could use a step bit. And then we have knockouts. Now, first of all, you can get a knockout that has that notch in it. Now, and the thousands of panels I built, I never actually used one. I don't have a really good reason for why I didn't. I can just tell you I didn't. So once you have a hole and you need to put a notch in it, I'll show you the really terrible way to do it and the way that you should do it. The really terrible way is we can use a file, and the better way is some type of keyhole nibbler. Now, whichever way you do it, make sure you make a mark at the top of the plate. That way you know exactly where to put the notch. You'd be surprised how terrible your eyeball is for doing that. But yes, on my early panels, I would make that mark. And then, oops, well, this file I grabbed is too wide, but I would do this and go on down through it. Now, I would use a really aggressive one. I'm not going to actually do it on this because this is a terrible way. But here's the issue with this is you get really in the rhythm, and next thing you know, that file comes out, and you come down on your plate, and now you got a scratch mark in it. So that's why we don't do it that way. Now, what you want to do is use something like this nibbler. And so on this one, whoops, knock the camera stand a little bit. Let me kick that on around. We're just going to open it up, and let me show you the mechanics of how exactly this works, if I can find the camera there. But yeah, as we open and close it, our die is moving up and down. And so we can just slide that into there, and then you just close it up. And there's your keyhole notch. Now there's two different size notches. I'm going to go ahead and just notch both of them so we can see it in one plate. Is on my left here, you see that notch is narrower than the one on the right. This notch on the left is for our 22mm push buttons. This one on the right is for our 30mm push buttons. Now this is one tool that I'm going to say get a quality one. There are some knockoff ones out there, but really if you're to the point of investing in a tool like this, you're probably to the point you're doing quite a few of them, and yeah, get a quality one. This one is a Greenlee, and it's a 720. I'll put a link to it in the description. And while you're at it, get you an actual push button nut tightener thingy-majigger. Do not use a pair of channel locks on these. I look at a lot of your panels, and you got marks around where you've tightened them up. And also, just because I know everybody out there who builds a lot of panels is going to say it, and this is actually how I did it, and probably why I don't have an actual knockout, is if you're doing a lot of these, you should be getting your panels laser cut. And so on our new trainer plates, it's laser cut into them. Here's one of our newer plates before the stickers applied. So yeah, they're laser cut out, already have the notches in them.